he's no one. But like, it's clear that this is also my boyfriend, because like, he's literally angry in the taxi calling me, and it was so clear to my first boyfriend that this person who's in the taxi is also my boyfriend. So I got caught. This is how I got caught. My first boyfriend got so mad, he stormed off. And when he stormed off, I literally ran after him to beg him. While I'm running after him, so I'm running after my first boyfriend to beg him, and my second boyfriend is running after me to ask me what the hell is happening, So I'm chasing my first boyfriend, my second boyfriend is chasing me, but I don't care about my second boyfriend, all I care about is Hello everyone, my name is Yanga, also known as Babi Yanch. Welcome to my channel, Bad Life Lessons, baby. Guys, first of all, I would like to thank all of you for joining me. If you are new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any videos I upload in the future. Darlings, first of all, I would like to apologize for taking so long to upload again. It's been like weeks since I last uploaded the last video. The problem is I was preparing to travel. Right now I'm in South Africa, my happy place, Eastern Cape. This is my room, guys, in the house that I built my mom. I'm so proud of this house. It's not yet finished, but I'm so proud of the progress I've made so far, and it is only possible because of Christ. I prayed for this house, I fasted for this house, and Jesus made it possible. Amen. Anywho, guys, the name of the channel is Bad Life Lessons, but I'm thinking of changing it to something like for the girls only, or for the girls. I'll think about it and I will update you once I make that change. Why I want to change the channel's name is because men keep coming to the channel and feeling offended, even though I told them this is a channel only for the ladies. Men are not allowed here. There is nothing for the man here. This channel is for the ladies, where we can learn from my mistakes and from the mistakes of other ladies, and then where we can also like grow, So there's nothing for men here. If you're a guy, I'm sorry, my nigger, I'm so sorry, but please bounce, okay? Just keep scrolling. The thing is like, I love talking, I love learning, and I feel like I have so much to share with the world. That's why I've created this channel, and my heart is for the girlies, because I'm a girl's girl, and I want to see us winning in life. So please, girls, the fact that I've eliminated men from the channel means I've really decreased the numbers of like the chances of this channel really growing. So I really need your support. Please, girls, when I upload a video on YouTube, please don't go in and comment on Facebook, on my Facebook, about the video. Excuse me, I did not post on Facebook, I uploaded on YouTube. People would be watching a video here and then going commenting on my Facebook page regarding the YouTube video. Like, why are we doing that? Why are we commenting on Facebook about something that is on YouTube? Girls, please, come on. We need to get the algorithm going, and for my message to reach more ladies, we need to like, we need to comment, we need to subscribe, we need to help the channel to grow. And yeah, now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about today's video. Today's video is actually a continuation of the previous video. The previous video was about how I built a man so you wouldn't have to, right? So if you haven't seen that video, please go watch it before you watch this one. Today's video is about how I took money from one boyfriend to give to another boyfriend. But before we get there, I want to quickly discuss something from the previous video, because it does connect to today's video. Why am I talking about my past relationships? Number one, it's because people like Karen want to understand, where do I get the mentality of not wanting kids, not wanting to get married, not wanting to date, not having any interest in man? Because this mentality among Black South African, or maybe let me say Black African ladies, is very, very rare. Our culture grooms us to be pygmishes. We are raised to be wives, most of us. So to hear a young Black lady who's also from Africa, who's not interested in these things that many African ladies want and desire, it's rare. It's quite rare. So people are curious. So I think my past, my dating past, and how I was raised, actually, those things, like how I was raised and my dating past, those things have shaped my current mentality. So to understand where I get this mentality from, we have to first understand my upbringing, and then we also have to understand my dating history. So I'm not ashamed to talk about my dating history, okay? Last time I was telling you guys how I used to put myself last and do all these things for a guy, and how that panned out. It panned out in us breaking up. It ended in a heartbreak and a lot of regrets on how I could have actually used that money that I built him to build myself instead of building him, you know. And I feel like there's many ladies who relate to that video that I made the last time, because I've heard many people rotting and drowning in debt because they took a loan for a man, or they took a car for a man, or they bought a house for a man, or they built a house for a man, only for that man to turn around and leave them and take those resources to go spoil another girlie with the resources that you invested in them. So it's never wise, it's never good to give men money or to do things for them, you know. It's really never wise. Anywho, so today's video, as I said, it's about how I took money from one boyfriend to give to the next boyfriend. Last time I made a mistake, and I think I said I only recognize 6 men that I've been with as my boyfriends, but like I really forgot other people, guys. I think the real number is like around 10 or something, but yeah, I forgot. I'm so sorry for the misleading information that I gave you. I think I've been with 10 people seriously, like in a serious relationship. I've been with 10 people in a serious relationship. Anywho, so I told you guys about my first boyfriend, right? Right after him, I met another one. While I was still dating him, I met a guy. This guy heard about me from a friend, like his church friend. I don't know how my name came about, you know, but like my name came up. Basically, this guy, my second boyfriend, let's call him boyfriend number 2, he was talking about how he would like to date a girl who loves herself, a girl who's a virgin, who's not out there, a beautiful girl, and because he wants to settle down and whatnot, you know. And this guy was just a few years older than me, maybe like 3 years older than me. He really was not that old, and his daddy was a taxi owner. So this guy, boyfriend number 2, used to work at some shop where he fixed electronics. But on weekends and on holidays, he would also drive his daddy's taxis, you know, just to help with the family business. Anyway, so he's talking to his church friend, talking about his desire to settle down with a beautiful girl who's a virgin and whatnot. And this guy said he knows somebody, and that is me. And by the time I met my second boyfriend, I was no longer a virgin, but I was not going to tell him that, right? Because that's why he came to me. He heard I'm a virgin and he was looking for a virgin, which I find very creepy now that I think about it, you know, because like, nigga, you're not a virgin. Why are you looking for a virgin? It's like these old men in the church of Shembe like men in their 40s, 50s, 60s marrying teenagers because they want to marry virgins, even though they themselves have kids and are divorced and, you know, and have been used by women all these years, but they want someone who's fresh. It's, yeah, the mentality of a man is something we will never fully grasp. Those people are selfish, delusional, gaslighters. They want what they are not. They want what they cannot offer somebody. They want innocence and purity, yet they have soul ties with prostitutes, with 1,200 baby mamas and uncountable why not stands, but they want someone who doesn't have all of that sexual baggage, which is very hypocritical. Anywho, so he heard I was a virgin. He met me. He liked what he saw. And then like because he had money, not like he was not rich, but compared to the guy I was dating, he had, you know, he was financially secure because he has a job, and then he also helps his daddy out with the taxi industry, so he had some coins. All right, so that's what really attracted me to him. And to be honest, he also looked very good, even though he had bad hygiene. Oh my gosh, this guy he had breath problems, and I didn't like kissing him. He looked good, he dressed well, but like he just had a bad breath problem. I used to call him Stinky Winky behind his back when I talk about him to my friends. And then one day I actually had the honor to witness him getting ready, and nigger took like literally 3 seconds to brush his teeth. Like he was done like this. It made sense. It's like, yes, this is why you have a bad breath, because you only brush your teeth for 3 seconds and you don't even brush your tongue. This guy was literally like in his like 20s, and that meant mama. So sorry guys, mama had called me and I had to go to attend to her. So yeah, as I was saying, this guy literally took like 3 seconds to brush his teeth, and his toothbrush did not touch his tongue or inner cheeks. You know how you have to scrub your tongue and scrub the inner cheeks, because that's where most bacteria is. And it made sense. I was like, aha, this is why you have a smelly breath, because you don't brush your tongue. And like he was like in his like early 20s. That meant like this guy has not brushed his tongue for 20 something years of his life. So no wonder I did not like the taste of his mouth or the smell of his mouth. And that caused me to always make so many excuses like, nah, I don't like kissing. Whereas I loved kissing that time. But I always told him I didn't like kissing because I did not like kissing him. But I like kissing boyfriend number 1, but boyfriend number 2, ugh, no. And then like when he baths, okay, in his home, even though they had money, they didn't have like a bathtub. They also didn't have like a shower, so they would wash in the basin, right? And his bathing water would be so small, like just 1 cup or something. It just made no sense. I'm like, no, man, this guy has poor hygiene. He's hot, he's got money, he dresses well, but he has poor hygiene. Anywho, this poor hygiene of his caused me not to like him the way I actually maybe would have liked him if he had good hygiene, you know. I just didn't like to be with him, and I only went to him because of poverty. I only went to him because I was hungry. He would give me like money, not a lot, but that time it was like a lot, you know, for me, since I come from a home and a background where like money is scarce. So yeah, whatever he gave me was a lot for me. It excited me. It made a difference in my life. I would even like buy like some groceries for my family, and my mom would not question me because I was also working like while I'm studying. So she would just assume the money is from my hustling, you know. So she would think that it's from my hustles. Anywho, it got to the point like this guy would literally buy me clothes, buy my sister's clothes, my sister's kids who were living with us. My nephews, he would buy them clothes as well. Even like on December, he would make my hair, give me like money for the hairstyle that I wanted, buy me December clothes, buy my nephews December clothes as well, and buy us groceries, give us money. So yeah, it was great. It got to the point like I'd start taking money from him to help out my first boyfriend. So not only was I literally working hard on my like part-time job to support my boyfriend, my first boyfriend, but I was also like finessing my second boyfriend to support my first boyfriend. So literally I did a lot for my first boyfriend. You will never understand the things I did for him, you know. And that's why when we broke up, I used to like have a headache just thinking about before I found out that he's mentally sick, you know. I used to be like thinking, oh, he's probably like sleeping with girls in the bed that I bought him, watching the TV that I bought him, putting food in the fridge that I bought him, you know. So it was like not a nice feeling to, you know, not only deal with the breakup, but also deal with the fact that he could be using the resources I gave him to make other women happy, you know. So yeah, I would take money from this boyfriend number 2 and give it to boyfriend number 1, and they both did not know about each other until one day I went outside. I was pretending to go throw out like dishwater, you know. That's how I would leave the house late, you know. I would just go out and just quickly talk to him and then come back home, because my mom was so strict. I could not like be outside for more than like 10 minutes, you know. I had to make it fast, you know. So he sent me a call back like to alert me that he's outside. So I took the dish basin, because in my home we did not have like the sink. We would wash dishes in the basin. So I took that basin and pretended to go throw the water outside, and I quickly spoke to him. While I was speaking to my first boyfriend number 2 arrived with his dad's taxi, and mind you, this is at night, so the lights were shining bright on us. He saw me talking to this boy right in front of my house. So he was like beeping, Yanga, come here. And he was mad, guys. He was so mad. Yanga, come here. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm caught, you know. So I was scared of him. And, you know, I didn't love him more than I loved my first boyfriend. I was only with him because I needed the money, you know. So I chose to ignore him. And then my first boyfriend was like, who's this? And I'm like, he's no one. But like, it's clear that this is also my boyfriend, because like he's literally angry in the taxi calling me, you know. And it was so clear to my first boyfriend that this person who's in the taxi is also my boyfriend. So I got caught. This is how I got caught. My first boyfriend got so mad, he stormed off. And when he stormed off, I literally ran after him to beg him. While I'm running after him, so I'm running after my first boyfriend to beg him. And my second boyfriend is running after me to ask me what the hell is happening, you know. So I'm chasing my first boyfriend. My second boyfriend is chasing me, but I don't care about my second boyfriend, you know. All I care about is my first boyfriend. I need to apologize. I need to explain what's happening to him. So I caught up with my first boyfriend, and I was like literally like apologizing and trying to explain. I think I was also lying. I'm not sure. But anyway, by the time I got back, my first boyfriend believed me, but then like I had to go home, because now I've spent almost like 10 minutes, if not more than that, outside trying to beg him, and now I know I'm in trouble the minute I go back inside the house. So I go home because my boyfriend is like, okay, cool, we'll talk about this some other time. So he's forgiving me. He's even agreeing to give me a goodbye kiss and stuff. So I'm like, okay, we're good. We'll just have to talk about it again properly when we have time, maybe in the train on our way to school. We'll discuss it in more detail. So now I go home, and to my surprise, that man, my second boyfriend, hey, he had parked his taxi right in front of my door. The panic. The panic I was feeling. I was like, what the heck? What the heck is he doing? Because, like, my mom does not know me as somebody who's dating, you know? And my mom is very strict. She would never allow that nonsense. So I was like, why is he doing this to me? So now I'm scared to go home because I'm thinking this guy is in the taxi. He's going to jump out he's going to jump out and beat me in front of my home. But, like, I noticed, there's no one in the taxi. I'm like, what the hell is he? So I go home, I open my door. Tell me, why is this man in my house talking to my mother? My mother, my strict mother, my mother who does not know me as someone who dates. Like, what's happening? What's happening? Why is he here? So I literally get in, and I'm like so surprised he's here. Like, my eyes are popping out. I'm like so surprised. Like, and Mama is like, hey, Younger, why you didn't tell me you're dating? I wanted to die. I wanted to die right there and then. Like, I'm like, Mama. She's like, you heard me. Why you didn't tell me that you're dating? And I'm like, hey, yo. My mom is like, this man came here to introduce himself, and he told me that he caught you with another boyfriend outside. And Mama is like, I like this one. He's very respectful. The way he came here and how he articulates himself. He's very respectful. I don't even want to know the other one. You better get rid of the other one. And I said, okay, Mama. But I was just surprised how Mama, like, literally accepted the fact that I'm dating so easily. Because I really thought if she ever found out that I'm dating, she would kill me. Guys, I'm so sorry. There's a fly here. And it's bothering me. I hope it does not disturb you guys. Anyway, I always thought that, like, should my mom find out that I'm dating, she would literally kill me, because my mom was always very, very strict. So for her to accept him like this and to tell me that he's her favorite, it was very shocking. It was very shocking. So now this guy had, like, the freedom to just come into my house and talk to me in the house. He would not, like, call me outside. No, he would come inside the house. And yay, it made things so complicated, because I really, really loved my first boyfriend, the one that my mom had no interest in. That's whom I loved. So I some of the things I would take from my second boyfriend to give to my first boyfriend. For example, I remember stealing my second boyfriend's clothes, like t-shirts, sweaters and stuff, and I would give them to my second boyfriend. And then I would also take money and give it to my second boyfriend. It got to a point where my first boyfriend came to understand that I'm with my second boyfriend for financial gain. And I don't know whether it was hunger or stupidity in his part, but he accepted the fact that I had a second boyfriend. He accepted it so much so that he would accompany me to go to my second boyfriend. He would wait for me outside while I do whatever with my second boyfriend and get money, and then we'd go together to spend it on things, you know. So my second boyfriend really thought that I had broken up with my first boyfriend. But my first boyfriend accepted the fact that I had a second boyfriend for financial gain, and he was benefiting from that. It was a really tricky relationship between my first boyfriend and I, you know, because, you know, he had to accept that another man is in the picture, and he is doing all these things for me, things he cannot do for me. So if he says I must break up with him, where are we gonna get money to feed him? Where are we gonna get the clothes to dress him? So he accepted. I think it was poverty, man. You know, when you are hungry, you accept the unacceptable. That's the sad part about poverty. He accepted the unacceptable. So this continued for years, like maybe 2 years or 3 years, me having two boyfriends. It continued for some time. And then what happened is one time I was walking with my first boyfriend, and my second boyfriend's brother saw us together, and he went to report the matter home. Actually, before that happened, his sister has always been seeing me with my first boyfriend, and his sister was always mad and jealous about by the fact that her brother was doing everything like for me, like buying me laptops for school, sponsoring my education, dressing me, giving me money and all that. She was always jealous of the fact that he was doing more for me than he was doing for her. This man even opened accounts for me, you know. It was the first time a man ever did things for me, you know. It was amazing. He believed, I know I told him, like, at first, I know he came to me thinking I was a virgin, and I did not correct him. And the first time we did it, he actually believed. I don't know how he would still believe that I was a virgin. So I've told, to be honest, like 3 or 4 men, and they believed me. In life, I've told 3 or 4 men that I'm a virgin, and they believed me. I don't know, and they really did believe me. Even like when we would do it, they would still believe that they were the ones who took my virginity. So yeah, this man really thought he's the one who took my virginity. And let me tell you something. After we did the deed, so like this man would like literally like I'm all over the place, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me today. But okay, let me try to get the story in order. So I stopped going back and forth. So okay, before we did anything, me and the second boyfriend, he was so consistent, always calling me, always texting me, checking up on me, sending me money, sending me data. And then like when we finally did it, he kind of disappeared for a week or 2. But to be honest, I did not really care that much, because I had my boyfriend whom I loved, right? My first boyfriend. I was with him. So I really didn't care much about the fact that this second boyfriend, now that I've slept with him, he has stopped calling me. And he stopped giving me money. He stopped coming to see me. Like, he's literally disappeared from the from the face of the planet. I really did not know what happened to him and why he just like disappeared like that. But I did not really care, because, you know, I had my boyfriend, I had my love here, you know. So after the 2 weeks of his disappearance, he popped up. All of a sudden he popped up, and he was very apologetic. He was like, I'm so sorry I disappeared on you. I think it was a mind game. I think he wanted me to call him and cry and beg him back or something. I don't know what he was trying to do, but it did not happen. I just ignored him. I just moved on. I forgot about him. You know, I just moved on with my first boyfriend. So when he saw that I'm not like searching for him, I'm not calling him, trying to figure out why he's no longer calling me anymore, like, he just came back. And then he was apologetic. And you know what? He bought me like he bought me a set. It was an American Swiss set, and I really, really used to love that set. It was a necklace. It had like this crystal that looked like a diamond. It came with matching earrings and a matching ring. I think that time it was like 2,000 rands, and this is 2008. So this was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. And then he also bought me my first big brand designer perfume. He bought me what is it, clear crystal Versace perfume. It was in a hamper, you know. It came with a lotion and shower gel, and it smelled divine. Till this day, I love this perfume. Last time I bought it was last year, and then I forgot it in Cape Town, and my sister's kids took it and sprayed it all over the house until it finished. I'm still mad at them for that, you know. So that's literally my favorite perfume. He's the one who introduced it to me, you know. So he bought me these beautiful, expensive gifts, my very first expensive gifts in life, okay? And I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do to deserve this? So yeah. And then he never disappeared on me again after that. He was consistent again, and then yeah, life continued. So fast forward, his sister would find out that he's doing this and that for me. And she would be so jealous because he was not doing any of that for her, but he would do it for me. And then it's like after the alteration between him and his sister, she was fighting him because he kept spending money on me. And like after that alteration, it's like everywhere I went, his sister was there. Everywhere I went, his sister was there. That's how she kept seeing me with my first boyfriend. She always kept seeing me. She always kept seeing me. And she would report this to him. But he did not believe it because like he thought she's trying to break us up with lies. And I guess the sister did not have a phone that time, so she could not take pictures to prove to her brother that she's not lying. So like for a year, she kept telling him, this girl is cheating on you. And he would not believe her. Until one fateful morning, I was walking with my first boyfriend and my second boyfriend's brother saw us. And he went to report this to his brother. And this time, my second boyfriend believed his brother because me and his brother did get along well. So he had no reasons to lie about me. So he believed him. He called me. He was at work. You better come here. You better come here. So I went to his work and he was so pissed. He was telling me, my brother saw you. You've been cheating on me. Can't believe for a whole year, I've been ignoring my sister, telling me the same thing, whatnot, you know. He was really pissed. And I don't know why I went to his workplace. I think I went there because I felt safe since it's a public space, you know. I was like, okay, he can confront me here. It's okay. It's a public place. So it's not like he can harm me. And then like we took a taxi together back home and he's still pissed in the taxi. And he's like, you're coming with me. You're coming with me. And, you know, I just literally wanted to run, but I was so scared. And I knew if I ran out of the taxi, he was going to catch me anyway. And also I didn't want to bring myself too much attention, you know, from spectators, you know. So I tried to stay calm to avoid bringing myself attention. So we got out of the taxi and then we walked to his house. We got in there, he locked the house. Don't know why I went there. Oh my gosh, I still regret it to this day. Yeah, that guy beat me up, guys. He beat me up. Funny thing, okay? I even like, he would beat me up and take breaks, beat me up and take breaks. As he was beating me up, telling me he was going to kill me. Like, he took a break and then I quickly like called my first boyfriend. I get it, my first boyfriend knows where my second boyfriend stays, right? Yeah, he knows the house now because he's accompanied me there to go fetch money from my second boyfriend. So I could not even say anything on the phone. I just called him, he picked up and he could hear that I'm being beaten. So he came running to that house, tried to open the door, but the door was locked. He tried to kick it down, but the door was locked. And he said he's gonna go grab a hammer back home at his house. His house was not that far from my second boyfriend's house. And he was like, I'm gonna drag. Okay. So sorry guys, that's my uncle. And he's like, no, I'm gonna go take a hammer from my home and I'm gonna like break the door. I'm gonna break this door with a hammer when I come back. And I will also break your head with a hammer. That's what he said to my second boyfriend. So like that's what he said to my second boyfriend. So when my second boyfriend heard this, he was like, oh, you even showed your boyfriend my home. Now your boyfriend knows where I stay. You see how you've endangered my life. So he was really mad. He beat me until my eardrum burst, guys. You know, my mouth was bleeding because the eardrum burst. And till this day, this ear still gives me problems. So I guess we can learn, what we can learn from this is to never ever go to a guy's house, especially knowing that you've wronged him and he knows about your offense, because he might kill you. I could have died if it was not for my boyfriend trying to kick the door and making threats out, and screaming threats into the house. I would have died. My first boyfriend could not even break the windows because they were burglar bars. Even if he can break the window, he still can't get in because they are burglar bars. Okay, so after my first boyfriend made a threat of going to fetch a hammer, this guy released me. He said, I don't even want to see you again. And I ran to my boyfriend. He was outside. He was really like trying to rush home to get this hammer of his. And then I shouted him, like, I called him, like, hey, wait for me. And then he was so happy to see me out, you know. And that was the end of that relationship. Mama? Wait, hold on, guys. So sorry once again. You know, when you don't stay alone, there'll always be disturbances. Mama. Anywho, so my first boyfriend was happy to see me out of that house, but you can see that I'm like injured and stuff, so he was really worried about me. So yes, he like took care of me, and I never spoke with my first boyfriend ever again. I blocked him, I deleted his numbers, and I was not really sorry about anything, you know, that had transpired, because it was good when it lasted. I benefited a lot financially from that relationship. I mean, this man used to pay for my registration fee every year. You know how every beginning of the year at tertiary, at varsity, you have to pay, like, I had to pay like a registration fee, and my registration fee was like 4,800 rands that time, you know, and that was a lot of money for my mom, who was only getting paid like 2,000 rands at work. So like this guy really came through for me, you know. He'd buy me clothes so I would look like other kids at school. He would buy me laptops and stuff like that. So I really benefited from that relationship. I don't regret anything from that relationship, and I also learned something from that relationship. I learned that I am worthy to be loved, I'm worthy to be taken care of, and that men do take care of girls, and it's okay. You know, I learned even like more valuable things. Like, I don't know why I can't think of any of that right now in front of camera, but I did think about all the lessons I learned from that relationship before making this video. I don't know, my mind is kind of mushy right now. I can't even recall all of the lessons. Anyways, I'm so sorry, guys. If I recall them, I'll share with them. I'll share them with you if I recall them again. So yeah, that's how it ended with my second boyfriend, you know. I was just happy that my relationship with him did not affect my relationship with my first boyfriend. And that time, I did not regret taking his money to take care of my first boyfriend, because my first boyfriend was the love of my life. My first boyfriend was my everything. So I had to, I did everything that I did to the second boyfriend for the first boyfriend with no regrets. Would I do that again? Would I take money from one guy to give to the next guy? Maybe not. Especially now that I know to never give men money. So yeah, I don't foresee myself repeating that mistake again. But that time I had no regrets. So yeah, I broke up with my second boyfriend. I would still see him from time to time, because he was a taxi driver on holidays. So I would see him, and we would ignore each other. There was one time where after I had gotten myself a car years later, and he was trying to get back with me then, but it wouldn't have worked, because I really did not have any love for him. I never loved that guy. He was hot. It's just his hygiene and the fact that I was already in love with somebody else. Yeah, so. And then shame. Much later, after breaking up with my first boyfriend also became a taxi driver, and then they got to know each other. They became some sort of friends. My first boyfriend remained my friend, so my first boyfriend would tell me, hey, I get along well. Where's my English? I get along well with the other guy, with that guy you used to date. So yeah, he would tell me, he would update me about his friendship, and sadly, he passed away. My second boyfriend passed away. Yes, after dated. He passed away like in 2020 when the taxi drivers were fighting. They shot him. And my first boyfriend was the one to break the news to me. I felt sad for him because he was a good guy. He did not deserve any of that. His only crime in life that I knew of was his poor hygiene. Otherwise, yeah. Yeah, that's the end of the story. I hope you guys learned. I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this story. Please do share if you've ever been in a similar experience in the comments, or please do tell me what you've learned from this story. I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Bye bye.